Alright, in today's video we're diving into the F-15C MSIP II, an advanced variant of an iconic air superiority fighter. With its blend of speed, agility and advanced weaponry, the F-15C stands as a powerhouse at 13.7, but is it still relevant with the addition of the 14.0 BR jets? Stick around and let's find out. Before we get into the details, here is what we will be covering in this video. A look at the history and development of the F-15C, a breakdown of its performance, armament and avionics in War Thunder, an assessment of its pros and cons in the current meta, some tips to help you dominate with the F-15C, and finally whether it's worth your time and effort to research and fly in 2025. Now let's jump in. To start things off, let's take a quick dive into the history of the F-15C MSIP II. The F-15 series was originally developed by the United States during the Cold War as a response to the Soviet MiG-25 Foxbat. Its design philosophy was that of simple but ambitious, not a pound for air-to-ground. The result was an aircraft purpose-built for air superiority, boasting cutting-edge avionics, impressive speed and unmatched agility for its time. The F-15C MSIP II, or Multi-Stage Improvement Program, brought significant upgrades to the F-15C platform. This included modernised radar systems, enhanced weapons compatibility and new avionics. Designed to maintain air superiority against emerging threats, the MSIP II variant solidified the F-15's reputation as one of the most successful fighters in aviation history. In War Thunder, the F-15C MSIP II brings this legacy to life with advanced radar systems, potent missiles and a focus on air dominance. Now let's take a look at how this jet performs in War Thunder. Powered by two F-100 PW220 engines, the F-15C delivers incredible thrust-to-weight performance, enabling rapid climbs, high acceleration and an excellent top speed. It excels in both vertical and horizontal engagements, allowing pilots to dictate the pace of a battle. However, while the F-15C has good agility, it's not suited for prolonged turn fights against lighter, more manoeuvrable aircraft. Its energy retention and high-speed performance are where it truly shines. In terms of armament, the F-15C can equip a wide range of missile options, but the stars are the AIM-120 AMRAAM and the AIM-9M Sidewinder. The AIM-120 AMRAAM is an active radar homing missile that excels in beyond visual range combat thanks to its own integrated radar seeker head. It has excellent tracking and is still effective at closer ranges. The AIM-9M Sidewinder, on the other hand, is a highly manoeuvrable infrared missile with robust flare resistance thanks to its IRCCM, making it a reliable choice for close-range dogfights. The F-15C is also equipped with the reliable Vulcan 20mm cannon. This has a high rate of fire and decent ammunition capacity and is perfect for finishing off damaged opponents or dealing with close-range threats, and the occasional ground strike. Speaking of ground strike, it can carry a wide range of bombs in both unguided, high drag and TV or GPS guided variants. In terms of other equipment, it has an advanced radar set with multiple modes, including track while scan for tracking multiple targets for use with the active radar homing missiles. It also features a HMD for locking targets at extreme angles from relatively decent ranges, making target acquisition easier. It also features a full ballistics computer for bombs, rockets and guns, as well as a radar gun sight. And finally, for defensive systems, the F-15C has an advanced radar warning receiver for detecting radar threats and tracking incoming missile locks. This can detect bands E through J. And for countermeasures, the F-15C carries a generous load of chaff and flares, up to 240 in total, making it capable of evading the most persistent missile threats. Now let's break down the pros and cons of the F-15C MSIP II. First up for the pros is its strong performance. It has great acceleration, speed and climb rate, only outmatched by the 14.0 jets and a few other standouts. It has advanced missiles with the AMRAAM and the AIM-9M. This provides a deadly combination of both BVR and close range options, and the F-15C can carry a decent amount of total missiles. Its versatile radar is capable of tracking multiple targets and excelling in a variety of combat scenarios. And finally is its generous countermeasure capacity. This provides it excellent survivability against incoming missile threats. And now for the cons. Whilst it is agile, it struggles in sustained turn fights against lighter, more manoeuvrable jets. It is also a relatively large target. This makes it more vulnerable to incoming enemy fire in certain situations, particularly at close range. And finally, its reliance on the radar to effectively use the AIM-120s requires good skill at radar management to ensure the missiles receive a lock via the data link until the missile's own seeker head kicks in. To make the most of playing the F-15C MSIP II, here are a few tips. First up will be to master the radar. Learn to use track while scan effectively for tracking multiple targets for the active radar homing missiles, and switch to ACM or HMD for closer range engagements to quickly lock targets. You should use speed to your advantage. Avoid prolonged turn fights, instead use your speed to dictate the engagement terms. And as always at high tiers, situational awareness is key. Leverage your advanced radar warning receiver to stay ahead of threats. Knowing when to disengage and to notch missiles is just as important as knowing when to attack. So, is the F-15C MSIP II worth flying in War Thunder in 2025? For ARB players, this jet is still strong thanks to its overall balanced combination of advanced weaponry, speed and radar capabilities. For the current American air territory, it is only really outshined by the F-15E with its stronger engines. For players simply wanting to play the best F-15 in the game, you will most likely want to grind instead for the F-15E, with its mentioned stronger engines and better loadout. And for top tier ground RB players, the F-15C is certainly usable, though again, the F-15E has the better overall ground strike loadout. And with that wraps up our look at the F-15C MSIP II in War Thunder in 2025. What are your thoughts on this iconic fighter jet? Are you dominating the skies with it currently, or is it still on your wish list to grind? Or are you simply going to skip it and grind the F-15E instead? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the notification button for more War Thunder content. Thanks for watching.